Hello, so here I'm going to show you how to input and issue a store receipt under the logistics tab in your inventory section. So this is very straightforward and easy to navigate through. The first thing that you do is there is two parts to this section actually. One is the search form area and the data area. So the search form area is very straightforward. You are able to search for the specific receipt that you are looking for in the data that you've previously entered in the system, either through entering the receive date of the receipt that is mentioned on the receipt issued, or the receive number, or even through the warehouses or the vendors. So by entering any one of these pieces of information, you're able to uh, basically jot down or categorize between the receipt that you're looking for specifically. Now at the bottom, you can also view the data area. So here is basically showdown of all of the receipts that you have previously issued in the system. This can be issued by the admin user or by the other users that have access to the system as well. So now today I'm going to go take you through adding a new receipt in the system. So it's very simple. First of all, we'll click on the Add New button. Once you click on the Add New button, you will be taken to another screen in which you have to input specific information about the receipt that you're going to be issuing. So first of all is the receive date. So the receive date is the date as to which the goods have been received by you. So this can be in your store, um, from the factory. So the receive date, let's say as an example, it is on the 2nd of March. Then the warehouse, so this is specific details that you have to enter about how the goods, from which warehouse the goods were received to you or reached to your hand. So let's say warehouse number 1, which we have previously also defined in the warehouse section. Yes. Then after that is the currency. So the currency as to which the goods have been the payment method for the goods. So either you can choose the currency that has been listed and added previously in the system. So for us, it's AE dirhams. Then it's the vendor. So here you will choose the vendor, which vendor is providing you with the goods. So we have a few vendors that we have previously added in the system. So we will select the specific vendor that we're looking for from the drop-down list and the purchase order. So purchase order is like the number of the purchase order. It's like a serial number. Then when you scroll a bit down, you will go to an area known as the details area. Here you will be able to enter more specific, straightforward information about the goods received. So we will define the item. So we have received office chairs in this case, and the unit automatically for office chairs is kilograms, so it will be selected automatically. Now then we will also input the quantity that we've received. So let's say we have ordered 40 chairs and the unit price is 50. Then automatically the system will generate the price and total amount that we have previously set for this first piece of furniture or item, and will give us the total amount. Then after that is entered, we'll click on Add New. And as you can see, our record has been added. And finally, when we are sure about all the information that we've entered, we will click on Save. Once we click on Save, this record or this receipt will be added to the other receipts that we have accordingly added in the system. Now there is 6 buttons to the right of this H record. One is the post button, which will permanently post your record. And this will be shown on the receipts that the system will generate under the logistics tab in the inventory section. Then there is the edit button. The edit button allows you to modify any of the details that you have entered or change them through this method. through this button. Then third is the show button or the preview button simply. You're able to view the information or the data that you've added in the system. However, this data cannot be edited as how you can edit through the edit button or the edit option. Then the fourth is the delete button. The delete button simply deletes your record from the system in the screen. And the fifth is the print button. So you're able to print or get a printout of this record in a receipt form because it's a store receipt. You're able to get a receipt, automatically generated receipt by clicking on this button. Let's say if I click on this, it will generally generate a receipt. And then the last button is known as the audited info. The audited info is basically a small pop-up screen giving you additional information about the record or the data that you've added in the system. So if there is more than one user in the system, you will be able to view who has edited the record, who has added a record, or if there is any modifications done, you're able to see details of the date and time for the modification. And finally, there is an Excel button or an Excel option available to all the users. By clicking on this Excel button, you're able to get an exported version of the same data in an Excel file, and you're able to make any changes that you'd like based on your preference. And this is only for your own references, or in cases that you would like to share the data outside of the system to other colleagues and other organization members. So while we're waiting for it to load, this is how the information will be listed with all the information and data that we have entered in the system. So this is how you can go about issuing a store receipt in the TenxERP system under Logistics tab. Thank you.